News 4, home of forewarned weather, rated Middle Tennessee's most accurate forecast.
All right, a big topic right now is Harvey and the problems it's causing for Texas and Louisiana, that area,
the
right?
problems it's going to cause, especially as we hit the weekend into early next week. Going to be a huge rainmaker, and yeah, it's going to be trouble. So we've been keeping an eye on this for about the last 48 hours. We'll start with the local perspective and zoom out to where it is currently located, which is out over the Gulf of Mexico. Harvey was a tropical storm last week, but moved over the Yucatan Peninsula. That is here towards the bottom of your screen. And when these tropical systems interact with land, they weaken. It became just a big glob of clouds, but then it moved back out over the warm water of the Gulf of Mexico, and now it is starting to put its act back together once again. It's been reclassified as a tropical depression, which is the lowest category of any tropical system, but it is expected to strengthen. Look at the clouds kind of blowing up around the center of that system. 35-mile-an-hour winds right now, but it is going to strengthen to become a strong tropical storm before it makes landfall near Corpus Christi, Texas. Looks like that's going to happen sometime around late Friday night, and that is going to maybe be a borderline hurricane as it makes landfall. Again, it needs 74-mile-an-hour winds to become a hurricane, forecast to reach 70-mile-an-hour winds before it actually makes landfall. Once it makes landfall, the winds weaken, and even a Category 1 hurricane, the major threat isn't with the wind damage, it's with the amount of rain. And look how slow this thing is just going to drift around. Notice the cone of uncertainty really widening out here, because once it makes landfall, we're really not sure where it's going to drift around. Most likely scenario is that it kind of arcs a little bit farther to the east, but very, very slowly. So it's still parked over southeast Texas by the time early next week rolls around. And that brings in the potential for a ton of rain. As we add it up over the next 7 days, look at all the rain adding up day by day here. All these white shaded areas, including Houston, including Corpus Christi, we're talking about more than 9 inches of total rainfall. And this is a pretty flat part of the country, extends into western Louisiana as well, and that would lead to some significant flooding issues. So if you have family or friends that live along the Gulf Coast and maybe they're not paying attention to this just yet, make sure they're paying attention to it, because there may even be some evacuations that happen in advance of that amount of rain. Around here, we don't have to worry about that. We really don't have to worry about the weather much at all over the next several days. Nice clean sweep of the skies with the forewarned live radar. Yesterday's showers and thunderstorms long gone, and just some fair weather clouds over downtown Nashville right now. Things are looking good as we look past the Music City Center and feeling better and better. It was still kind of soupy out there this morning, but 81 degrees in Nashville right now, 81 Gallatin, feeling better and better. Lots of temperatures in the upper 70s at noon. In August. We'll take that, and we'll definitely take the lower humidity, which looks like it's going to be sticking around for a while. Dew point still in the mid to upper 60s in southern Middle Tennessee, but down to 61 in Nashville and 50s as you head to the northwest of Nashville. That's the important number when it comes to the humidity, what it really feels like outside. So around 60, that's acceptable, especially by August standards, but it's going to drop even further, and our dew points are going to be in the 50s tomorrow and Friday and even into Saturday, and that is just great. So better and better as we head through the rest of the day. We're going to warm up another 3-4 degrees, puts us up into the mid 80s, but that humidity is going to continue to drop thanks to those northerly winds, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Partly cloudy and pleasant this evening. By 8 o'clock, we'll already be down into the mid 70s, and we're going to continue to drop as we head through the rest of the night. We're going to end up in the low 60s by early tomorrow morning, and that drier air that has moved in is going to continue to drive farther and farther to the south, and it's just going to make itself at home all the way through at least the first half of the weekend, and maybe even into Sunday as well. Just a 20% storm chance on Sunday, not much to worry about there. A little better chance headed our way by Monday and Tuesday. Eventually, the remnants of Tropical Storm Harvey are going to swing up towards us as a big old rainmaker. Doesn't look like that's going to happen until the latter half of next week, and that's still a long time down the line in terms of forecasting. So we'll keep an eye on that for you, but for the next several days, the weather is looking really nice as we head towards the last weekend of August. We'll keep you updated on the iHeart radio stations as we head through the next several days as well.